Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another exceptional episode of the Pitchside Podcast.
Are exceptional. Maring is an exceptional show of the Pitchside.
Look at the lineup.
Mona go swara mona ka sa mona go bona o le gole le nna every time ke dutse ka mo re ke dutse ka ke opposition one on one skipper mona ka o swara ka letso mona la swanelwa ba
hello baby yeah we right
I'm all right
wa bere chain le go
yeah ko bontsha re chain ina le
number 8
a dilo dia loka sona le di chain
no gala
one chain ke one chain
it's a skipper aka
one chain.
Gentlemen, MTN8, the home leg of the semi-final, we go down 1-0 to Stellenbosch. What is your current feelings about the game? Let's look at the game that we just played before we even start talking about that. We're at halftime. What is your feeling about game Zongoyon?
For me, not a great performance, but at the same time painful to see us not winning the game. Painful not to. I don't remember this kind of a feeling in a long time. So it brought back a lot of memories, and I had forgotten all those memories because of the feeling of being spoiled, of winning every time. So, but disappointed with us not getting the result. Hopefully we can fix it in the second leg.
Skipper?
Personally, it brought back the memories while I was still a player, and Sugar would know this, that this tournament while we were still players, it was just a difficult tournament to start with. So there will be matches where we start slow. And I saw a match against Polokwane City, and I realized this is the repetition of what I saw. One of our leaders will say, "I've seen this movie before." Yeah. It felt like I saw this movie before, and it's something that it will repeat itself simply because this is the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
the beginning of the season. It's just unfortunate that as a team, Mamelodi Sundowns will have so many games in one season, and when you switch off those matches, away from those matches, you don't recover fully. When you try to recover, the season starts. So for you to start, it means you're starting from something. So for me, I think it was just that moment where it reminded me of the matches that we used to lose and we weren't supposed to lose. I remember the match that still hurt me well is the match that we lost here on penalties against Celtics when we missed so many penalties. Remember Abdul Razak was there. That's a moment. So it's
one chance, one goal.
Yeah, get that match where you know that the team can do better, but it's not smooth yet. That they haven't got into the mood yet of combining those moments, combining those touches. You have seen our midfielders. Our midfielders were losing so many balls, and it was not normal because we are not used to that. But I still believe that once we get that first goal, it will break the ice.
Okay.
And I still believe it will break the ice and it will break the tension that I see in the boys. Yeah.
Skipper, with that said, right, we are caught in a transition, and we need to break the ice. And you guys touched on something very important to say that as fans of this team, we are spoiled because we don't know how it feels to lose. Hence, the outcry is always so big and loud. But do you think that we as fans also need a little bit, call it better education, to say, guys, we are in this transition, give it time? Or is it because the institution has become so big that we now no longer have space to give people time to adapt? It's either you come in and you perform, and if you don't, somebody else comes in and performs. It's just like with players. If you don't perform, there's somebody waiting on the touchline to come in and play.
I think for me, I'd believe that in a situation of of Mamelodi Sundowns. As a football fan, you need to know your team and you need to understand that there's matches your football club won't play the way you want or the way you expect them to play. And it's one of these matches where in a preseason, and we used to call this a preseason because we haven't got the momentum yet. And the sad part about this is we didn't get the goal that I'm talking about, that it will break the ice, because football goals changes football matches, and you change how you feel after scoring a football match, and it changes how you sometimes, when you have doubts of saying, can I play Naves there? Because remember, it's still early in the season. I can see control.
Yeah, you got chest. And
then
the
only person na gonna deal Leon at that time when he's running like this, CR7.
Mamela, same WhatsApp group. Kurinje kina admin.
And Gauchen address something, Leon.
Yabo?
And then when
I'm the admin.
What are you gonna do?
After Mukin
there.
After this, it's me and you.
I'll capture it on camera. No worries. And I will give you the evidence. VAR.
But as I was still saying about the education is pretty simple.
Yes.
That even the best teams in the world,
yes,
they go through this transition.
Yeah.
Remember when Manchester City won the league under Pellegrini? They moved from Pellegrini to Pep. It
wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy because it's just unfortunate that our game that we love so much, we get used to certain individuals.
Yeah.
And when we don't see those individuals, we get so unstable. But once we get used to them and understand how they operate, and this thing, it becomes smooth again. And you look at our team didn't change much. There's still the same personnel, maybe there and there, the formation, you can see the change, and the certain things that we do has changed. But everything is still the same. It's just a matter of us trying to hit the ground running. And if we get that run right, I think the sky is the limit. It's just a matter of when. And because, like you said, the expectations are saying we are used to this feeling of winning difficult matches, good football matches. Then it becomes a little bit, not comfortable, because as you say, you are speaking from a fan. I know I'm speaking from a former footballer who has experienced this feeling at this time of the season. I never used to like it. And I never used to like it because then, there's certain things that you must take into consideration. When you prepare the match for the matches, there's so many things that I cannot say to you, but I can say 100%. To him, and he will easily understand.
Yeah. But now, with that said, so let's say we're looking at it, and I'm asking this from a fan's perspective to say, if I say preseason, let's say we play 10 games in preseason, should that, or is because of the mentality of knowing it's a preseason game, we do not then get into acclimatizing, okay, this is our preseason, so that when the MTN8 kicks off, we are ready for it? Because the theory is the MTN8 should be the easiest trophy to win because there are only 4 games. And I mean, it's the theory of it. Yeah.
It's totally different, Naves.
Yes.
Because when you play for a club like Mamelodi Sundowns, that is thinking far ahead. If you look at the way Mamelodi Sundowns starts and the way Mamelodi Sundowns finish, as compared to how other teams start and how they finish, you'll see there is a total difference. Because Mamelodi Sundowns, throughout the season, there is always a rise in their performance, and towards the end of the season, they are already at the peak. So it's very difficult for you to that's why Mamelodi Sundowns can go toe to toe until the last game, because of the momentum that is being built. Because some teams they focused, they go preseason, they go very high. We used to have one coach saying you would eat a chocolate that will shoot the energy to go high, but then as the game progresses, the energy level depletes, and then you find that you can't finish as strong as you can. So Mamelodi Sundowns always tries to make sure there's a balance throughout, and you build up on the momentum.
Sorry to cut you, Sugar. That's why even during our time, we used to say there's players that excel very well in this tournament.
Yeah.
And then when you see the tournament finishes, you don't see those players the whole season. And it's because they started off very high.
Yeah.
So it's a marathon that you need to maintain your pace. It's just unfortunate we are in a business of winning football matches. And when you don't win, of course, it's going to question those elements that you get it right or wrong. So, but as you guys say, you need to have a consistency in how you approach the season. And the plan that you're talking about, you're thinking far. You don't think about this present matches, which for me, it comes with a lot of winning football
It's
matches.
a short winter blanket.
It's a short winter blanket.
You close the head, the legs are exposed.
Because we want everything.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing to do that, because then I believe then as a team you become better.
Yes.
So the pressure is on for the players to make sure that they change this whole feeling that we're having. Because I'm sure, you imagine Ronaldo feeler, so what about them?
Yeah.
Because it's a new feeling of losing a football match. But the last season they went all the way not to win, to lose them.
Just lose
you
one.
know what I mean?
And
So you can imagine the feeling, how they're feeling about themselves. And I don't think we should be very, very hard on them.
Yeah.
We should have to give them that space of accepting the change, accepting the transition, as you say, that's a big in English, unnecessary. But you're trying to that, because change is a very tricky thing. It's a very scary
And change is inevitable.
Inevitable. What are they?
Mujish.
What are they?
Change will there'll always be change. There will always be change.
Okay.
I will only know when I saw a chain. It's change. We need to accept
You know what I mean?
change.
Yeah. It's just that you haven't seen it, but my boy has shown it that time.
Let's talk about the positives from last night's game that came out of it. I mean, in the attacking, we hit the post. Even the goalkeeper got man of the match.
You know, every time you have a goalkeeper being man of the match, it tells you that chances were created.
Yeah.
And not only just chances created, they were on target.
Yeah.
In order for the goalkeeper to be man of the match, it tells you that the attempts that were made were on target.
Yes.
So that's a plus. Although we would rather have the ball in the back of the net than to have the goalkeeper as the man of the match. You need to also take your hat off for the players for coming and trying to turn everything around in the second half. I like the inclusions, the substitutions.
Yes.
They came in and they made a change. Obviously, as Mamelodi Sundowns, you expect more. You expect more. But like you say, we take the positives. You've got Mshishi who had two chances.
I liked him when he came on.
At his age and coming on and trying his best to make sure that he changes the result. That was great. I liked the young
Kutlwano,
as
yes.
well.
And Sales as well.
Sales, he also had a chance. So
How
you
do
see.
what's this?
Sales.
I don't know if it's Sales or ke Sales or ke-
Or
When,
don't meet at the pizza.
Remojijo,
Ke
Sales or ke Sales or
Because I've come out to something that I've realized that certain way we might pronounce your name wrongly, Sugar.
Hey,
So
what a-
we ask you to help us to say your name properly. You know?
Sugar Mabun.
Ukora luana rubitsa re DJ Naves.
Wabon?
Yeah.
Hello, King Lina Lacha.
DJ Naves. It's tshwanetse go itsho ka accent. How is ami mo good? I get with again guy.
St. Francis School.
I saw listen students.
No, St. Francis.
Yeah, change.
Oh, yeah.
Change is even inevitable.
Oh, okay. Change is inevitable.
Okay. So okay. But you're actually right that players that we have can turn up and make a good match. And like you said, Sugar Shishi came on, which I believe we needed him earlier. But we are not coaches, we can't say that. But I believe when he came on, he showed that he gave us something. He gave us stability in front of the box. And of course, when those players, when Temba came on, you could tell that the Stellenbosch now team, they're trying to understand where is he going to operate. But he's like oxygen, he's everywhere.
Even the energy from our players. You could see the difference. They know that there is someone who will not allow them to be complacent. He comes in and they know his mentality and what he wants to achieve
and what he brings.
And what he brings. Yes. So him coming on, I began to see him filling in those pockets.
Yes.
And the boy started playing the ball right there where he wants it, and it was good to see. Of course, it's still the beginning of the season, like Keke was saying, and we are not coaches. We should also give them time to settle in, because it's very easy for us to be sitting here and say, why didn't
because this chair is comfortable.
Yeah, no, it's very easy.
It's not like
just cross the line.
Yeah.
Why don't you
cross
put
that
police?
line.
Why don't you put Mabu? Why don't you put? But at the end of the day, there's only 11 people that can be on the field of play, and I would like to believe that it's going to work out.
You know what my mother used to say about every time I feel bad about a match? He said, Papa, you need to understand that your game, which is football, it's been loved by so many people, and everybody's got an opinion. Because how look at TV, we want everything, or how look at standing, we want every option possible. But when he's on the ball, does he use sugar? Chances are no, because you're focusing on the ball, you are thinking, and you have to do it. You make a decision in 1 second. So yeah, it's a nice environment that we're finding ourselves in, and I love the fact that. As a group, which is the Yellow Nation, we're not comfortable, and that makes us even together, because we need to make sure that we come out of this feeling that as soon as possible.
What are we doing differently going into the second leg or second half?
Score the goal.
Yeah.
Score the goals.
Don't play nice. No niceties. No sweeties.
Yeah.
No.
And I think
I think
we're right, Sugar, because the chances we got.
Yes.
And in a match of that nature, every chance should count. And as we said, Saleh's got a big chance. Had he scored that one, I don't think Stellenbosch was gonna come out of that stadium. Temba got a big chance as well. So those are the chances that
hit the ball. Peter got a one-on-one.
Yeah. So and it has been happening. Even in the first match against Polokwane City, the first half, I don't think Polokwane City will be talking that we went to the the extra time. We'll be speaking different story about that match. So I think in a competition like this, the favor you can do is to score goals. Make sure that you score early. And it's doable, man. You see how we created chances without having to come up with something that we don't know. It was just a combination in front of box and movement, like when Ribeiro passed Saleh. It's a nice movement where I've seen the movements before. So it means we don't have to come out with anything different. We just have to apply ourselves from the first minute and then put in the pressure, because we will be chasing the game, of course. So we just have to score early.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, Sunday, we're out at Moses Mabhida for the second leg. Your message to the Masandawana faithful.
Masandawana, rabatsena happy. Re sa fela moya, re sa fela matla, ra batsena hape sgupu re yeng re tsose bafana ba ha ropeleng re ye mola re tsose bafana ba. We've been through this. We've been in a situation like this before, against all odds. Ahona batho ba bangwe ba tlo supportang bafana ba except re.
100%.
Nobody else is going to push them except us. We want to see the win. Let's go there and support the boys and push them. Re ba tsele moya, re ba tes gupu sela. Or yeah.
Skipper.
Masandawana, I think we all know that the boys need you more than ever this season. And I say more than ever because we're speaking about the changes, we're speaking about the transition. I think the only thing that we can do for these boys is to make sure that you back them up throughout the season. Of course, me and Sugar and everybody, we feel your support. But we just need the volume a little bit, because we need that. And I felt it 2 nights ago when you guys played. The boys felt it. It's just a matter of us hitting the back of the net. And I think if we break that ice, the sky is the limit, Masandawana.
We'll see you guys, Moses Mabhida. We're all going to be there. Skupu, voice, everything. Rabatsena, we are doing it. How?
gape.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave us your comments. We are Masanda
Forever.